Hello, welcome back to another second channel video after 10 million years of nothing. But I wanted to upload something today because I just enjoy these kind of lazier videos, and also because I wanted to share this experience with you guys. So basically, I'm a huge fan of Nintendo handhelds, specifically kind of the pre-Switch one. So, you know, your 3DS, your DS, your Game Boy, etc. And I think my favorite of all time is probably this, the DSi XL. I find myself picking up this console far more than my 3DS, my Game Boys, even my Switch, to be honest. And I've recently hacked it so it can have lots of games on it. So yeah, I'm having a blast playing this game. I've been playing this more than my gaming PC as of late. I've got loads of games. I'm having a real blast playing it. It's great. But I was intrigued by this mysterious parcel that I've yet to open, as you can see. Basically, everyone knows there was the original DS, or the DS Fat with a P and an H, as it's now known. Then you got the the DS Lite, sorry. The DS Lite really kind of was the main DS. That was what fixed the original DS's shortfalls. Then there was the DSi and the DSi XL, my beloved. I own a DS Lite, a DSi, and a DSi XL, but it was brought to my attention that there is another, only available from sites like AliExpress, a DSML, which is not an official model made by Nintendo, but it's apparently a pretty interesting item to own. They're very, very limited in terms of how many exist. You can only really get them on AliExpress and places like that. And when I bought this, it was one of the last models they had available. So I was intrigued, you know, DSML, Matt Lowne, ML. It was only right that I would own the DS model that has the same initials as me. So all I can say, so some people actually had boxes for theirs, which it looked like an official Nintendo box. It said DSML model, and it came in a proper box. Mine did not come like that. It came in bubble wrap, basically. So I thought we could share this experience together. I'm going to open up my DSML, and we can see what the deal is, what it is. I am genuinely really excited. I haven't really looked at DSML unboxings because I wanted to kind of experience it for myself. So first up we have, looks like a charging cable. Yes, we have a USB charging cable. Now that's interesting. This is a Game Boy Advance charging cable. And I believe the original DS, so the DS Fat, shared the same charging cable as the Game Boy Advance, or specifically the Game Boy Advance SP. There's a US plug, which is useless to me. That goes in the bin. So this is lending, legitimacy to the theory that basically some company, I don't know where, maybe in China, they found themselves with a big stockpile of the original DS Fats, and they wanted to shift them. So they built this custom shell for the DS Fat that makes it look like one of the more modern models, whilst retaining the guts of the DS Fat. So that's what I'm thinking the DSML is. But we're going to continue cutting this open. And the reason why I believe that this theory probably holds water is because of the fact that the charging cable we've been supplied is unique to the DS Fat. So opening up. Oh, it looks like it does come in a box. It does come in a box. Not a big box, but a box nonetheless. Oh, wow. That is a neat little box. Okay, I am genuinely very, 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 very excited. Let's pop this open. Let's pop this puppy open. Oh. Oh. So looking at this, we have, it's like a DS Lite style thing, logo on the top. And it feels very much DS Lite. Where's the stylus? There's the stylus. Well, it's a bit stiff, but there's the stylus. And as you can see, printed, this is not a sticker, DSML. Let us open it. Oh my gosh, those screens are tiny. Look at the bevel. This is I mean, let's just quickly open the Game Boy Advance slot to confirm. Okay. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have two things with me. A DS Lite. So that's the comparison between the DS Lite, the DSML, and the DSi XL. But what I wanted to check to confirm this is, in fact, a DS Fat is, if we take a Game Boy Advance game, like Sonic Advance, for example, we put it in the Lite, and it sticks out. See, that's as far as it goes. Like, that's how it goes in. So it's a bit rubbish. But the original DS Fat does not have this issue. So the Game Boy Advance game should go in completely flush. Let's see. Oh! So, yes, this is definitely, again, reinforcing the belief that this is an original DS Fat with a new shell. Oh, the hinge is very interesting. So this hinge, again, this kind of hinge is basically the same as the original DS's hinge. Compare the hinge to the DS Lite, which very famously was quite weak and would break over time. And then compare that to the DSi's, which is like, again, full length. The DS Fat, just that single thing. So will it turn on? It will! Where's the stylus? Oh, there it is. At the back, the worst possible place for it. And there we are. So it's in Chinese, I think, the language. I can probably change that, but let's see. So the Game Boy game powers up. But I didn't buy this to play Game Boy games, right? I bought this to... Well, I bought this just because I was curious, to be honest, as to whether or not this was even a thing, or like what was the DSML. But let's fire up a DS game. So obviously this is brand new. So it's not like jailbroken or anything. So let's play a little bit of Sonic Rush. Here we go. So let's stick that in there. Will it read it? Also, can I adjust the brightness? Notice there's a volume slider. So I think this is probably the brightest it comes. Oh, there we go. Yep. We have two brightness settings. Bright and basically not bright. Now, oops. So the game isn't being read. Is that because I need to turn the console on and off? Try to angle it so the camera can see it. Oh! I'm seeing things. Wait, can I change the language? I'm just going to quickly use the DSi's stylus because it's better. Here we go. Settings. English. There we are. Language set to English. Now, I feel like if I remember correctly, in order to save the settings, I need to power off the device and turn it back on. Like, I can't get back to the main menu. It'll just say, shutting down DS. Let's see. Sonic Rush, yes! So, yeah, it's definitely a dimmer screen. And, in fact, I have two different brightnesses. The touch screen has definitely got a... Oh, let me just turn this volume down. The touch screen is definitely more yellowed than the upper screen. So I don't know if that's because it's an old unit that this company who makes this model just found. Or if that was just the level of quality control they had, like Nintendo had, when they were manufacturing the original DS. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's play a little zone. So, wow. I've only ever played Sonic Rush on this device. So you can see, like, the difference in terms of the screen. I mean, I'll probably just start Sonic Rush on here and there's, like, a direct comparison. But, yeah. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's hard. It's actually really hard to play the game whilst angling it so the camera can see. But, yeah. I must admit, like, the button feel on this is... It's quite nice. Like the DSi's, like one of the criticisms... Oh my gosh, this is already so much better. But like one of the criticisms of the DSi was like its buttons are very clicky. And I kind of like the clickiness. But coming to this, it's... This feels more like a Game Boy Advance SP compared to this. This has really spongy buttons. But I think for me, I think I do prefer... I don't know if this even has power because I don't know if it's... not been charged for so long. Yeah, this is dead, but I can't be bothered to recharge it. But I do think the DS Lite, sorry's buttons feel the best and most satisfying. I can't decide between these two. I like the clickiness of the DSi XL, but there's something like this is like something. I feel like this cinematically it's framed that way as well. It feels between the Lite and the DSi XL, and the DSi XL and the DSi are basically the same. So yeah, that's my latest purchase. In terms of build quality, this definitely feels more cheap compared to the Nintendo official case. This is a third. So this is a video. This is a DS that I restored myself at the age of, I want to say I was 17 at the time or something. But basically, one of, if not the first videos on this on my main channel, I should say, was me building this DS. So if you want to go on my go on my channel and click the videos tab and then sort by oldest, the oldest one is me building this very DS Lite. And so yeah, that's that. And so that's the DSML. I was very morbidly curious. My curiosity hath been satisfied. And now I don't really know what to do with it, because I feel like I'm never going to play this because it's inferior in every way to the DSi. My DSi XL that has also been hacked, so it has every game on it. I don't know if this is now people are going to say, oh, you should be pirating and all that, but Nintendo does not make or sell DS games anymore. So pirating the games is a victimless crime. And also, I own this game on cartridge, as has been evidenced. So yeah, that's this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and that's the end. This is the pair of scissors I got ready just in case I need to cut into anything. Sonic Advance is a good game. This is Thunderbird 2 metal diecast. I bought this for a video. I was going to recreate Thunderbird 2 in Kerbal Space Program, and then I was going to talk about how the Thunderbirds inspired the Blunderbirds. And it was going to be this thing. I got Thunderbird 2. I got Thunderbird 3. The Thunderbird 3 was the coolest one, but Thunderbird 2 was the best. And then Thunderbird 1, which kind of sucked. And I feel like Thunderbird 1 was just the jock of the group. Oh yes, Thunderbird 1, it's got to be the best. But I don't know. I like Thunderbird 2. That was my favorite. And Thunderbird 3 is just the best, the coolest one. Why am I talking? This isn't even. So basically, if you just typed in on Google DSiML and this video came up, you're probably quite confused right now. And so am I.